Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning, and it's so good to be in October now. On this October the 7th, and I know some of you folks are finally saying fall is finally here. I am so glad that we've got some cool weather coming in, and this is first Saturday. It's back-to-back. Brother Darrell, not the old-time gospel show.
Yeah, old-time radio show.
Yeah, with Brother Darrell and Darrell. That's what we call it.
Radio show.
Yeah, old-time outdoor radio show with old-timers. That's for sure.
You're right.
Of course, he's a young guy.
Yes, he is.
He's our pup in the group here. Gene Smith and Dave Gabbard. Dave's on the line from his palatial a farm.
Morning. Yeah, you hit it right.
Yeah.
I've got a jacket on this morning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, up in Lexington, and Gene is in the studio. Shelby McCall is taking all the important duties here as she takes care of us every Saturday morning. Going to have a fun show today. We're going to get one thing. We're going to make things clear, y'all, because we tried David Best last week.
Yeah.
David is fine, y'all. Don't worry. We got worried because we lost David right in the middle of the interview. David Best, of course, for S.Y. Wilson and primary tackle out in Arlington. And we never could get David back on. You always worry about that when you're getting somebody on the phone, hands-free, despite that. But his phone went dead, and we'll let him explain that. But we'll get back with David in today's show talking about fishing in the Mid-South and kayaks and all that good kind of stuff like that. I'm really excited about our first guest on the next segment that Dave Gabbard has lined up, Robin Smith. And, Dave, I know this man can shoot trap, right? I mean,
yes, he can definitely shoot trap, and that's why I figured I've been shooting with him many years, and but October is National Trap Shooting Month.
Well, he's the best one because he. Now, I don't know, is he still the president of the Tennessee Trap Shooting Association? I don't know if he is.
Yeah, he is the president. He just got reelected this year.
Okay. Out of Henderson. And we're going to talk trap with Robin about the Henderson Gun Club up there. And then we're going to talk with David Best. And then our good friend Randy Zeller of the Arkansas Game and Fish. He's assistant chief for communications, and I did not know that Randy has local ties, grew up in Bartlett.
All right.
And so he's going to fill us in on a lot of things going on over in Arkansas, some new possible license fees for WMAs, fill us in about Lake Conway, and they're giving a prize right now. I understand there is a $1,000 fish in Lake Conway.
All right.
Wow, and that's pretty cool. And they killed a record number of alligators. Well, I guess they killed.
I heard that.
Yeah, over 200. So Randy will talk about that. Then we'll talk to our good folks over in the Little Red River at Lindsay's Resort, and then close it out with with our commissioner himself, Bill Cox. Will join us on the phone, and Bill will tell us about the commission is meeting next Friday. That's next Friday, October the 13th, in Collierville. They're making a one-day trip to Collierville, and so we'll talk to Bill in the last segment about what's going on in Collierville. But for us, this just continues, as we continue into the 24th year of doing Outdoors with Larry Ray. And, of course, Gene was...
I not made it here this morning.
Yeah, well...
I had seafood for lunch, and I felt a little ill.
Okay. We're gonna have some puns, of course, from the pun master himself, and talk about old times. But this is a good time of the year. The fall is in the air. It's good, Dave.
October is the month that everybody, that the hunters, especially deer hunters, need to do what I had you doing last Monday.
Yes, you did.
That's right.
Yes. They need to get.
You need to get them out, get them rifles out, and tune them up, and make sure everything's right on them, and especially make sure that they're zeroed in.
Yeah, because we, my wife and myself, were treated to to the Gabbard Hospitality up there at Monday and had a chance. And the way Dave does this, and it's obvious, it's like the way Gene teaches a hunter education class. I felt like I was in the shooting class with Dave, because he starts you out. Tell us, we got a few minutes here. Tell us how I was able to get prepared for this deer season at your place on Monday. What did I do first?
So if you're not as fortunate like I am to shoot all the time, when I take somebody, I get them started by, I had you shooting bolt action 22.
I started out with the bolt action 22 at
right.
what, 50 yards? 50 yards. Okay.
I wanted you to work on your breath control and your trigger squeeze.
Yes.
And when he first started out, he was a little shaky.
I was a little shaky. You've told everybody now. Yeah. Shaky Larry, the shakiest gun in the world.
We got a good coach.
Well, yeah. So the coach was patient with me, and then we moved up to.
Then I moved him up to a bolt action 223.
Yes, yeah.
With light subsonic loads that I load. And
he
play
loads.
around with it.
Okay.
No.
And I shot with that, and then
you shot about 20 rounds with that, and I was impressed at the 100-yard gong. You hit it every time.
I hit it every time.
Right.
Yeah, I was a little more difficult because it was like a warm up, on the 22.
Oh yeah.
And I was a little nervous there because you got the coach watching you, and everything, and he's got.
Then you progress to your deer rifle, and that 270 of yours, that Ruger.
Yes.
Omaha Ruger, which is a real fine, well put together firearm, and that gunsmith, tuned it up.
Yeah,
Wayne
Umberger put my tamer on the end and everything, and I got to shoot targets at 100 and 125.
And you hit it every time.
I hit them every time. Yeah. And what made me feel real happy was that Dave actually sent me a picture to prove that I did hit.
All right.
Yeah, and my groupings were pretty good.
Yeah, that 100-yard gong is roughly an 8-inch steel gong.
Yes.
And you put everything roughly in the center, probably in about a 4-inch circle. So.
I did. Yeah. So that proves that. And I don't normally shoot long shots anyway. And so that 100, I'm going to mark that off before the season, which will start right there on, I think it's the 30th of October. The Young Sportsman's that weekend, the last weekend of October. And then those of us in the CWD unit, which is almost all of West Tennessee, will hunt that Monday, opening day on a Monday. But I'm going to go up to James McCory's farm. He is so gracious to let me hunt up there. And I think I'm going to flag some 100-yard spots.
Well, that's what I recommend. Flag it with some type of material and put your deer scents on it.
Put my deers. That's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah, and so that way I'll pretty well have it staked out, and I know my limitations. But I did send my grouping picture to my processor, so. So I tell everybody to go to Dave Payne's place out there on Burrow Cemetery Road across from Slingshot Charlie's to Pipe Dream Farms Butchery, which is a great name. And I told Dave I'm going to be there this year, and that's where I take my deer. But I'm going to post on Facebook my groupings so everybody will know. And I'm still going to get my new glasses. I just haven't decided whether I'm going to shoot with my glasses or not. I may not shoot with my glasses, but I'm going to get some glasses because I'm really comfortable with that 270 now. And it's a good gun. Dave took it, cleaned it for me as he does every year. He checked out my shotgun, which I hope to shoot some ducks with this year. And it's in good shape because it wasn't used last year at all.
There you go, yeah.
With my cancer going on and everything like that. But we had a great time. Pot roast and apple pie, and we finished off the apple pie the other night. Dave brought it home with some ice cream, and that was before my tooth started hurting. So anyway, I'm dealing with a toothache this morning, folks, and so you can bear with me. Got a toothache, and I forgot my glasses, my reading glasses.
You know what's the best time to go to the dentist?
When's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
2:30?
Tooth Hurdy.
Oh, Tooth Hurdy.
Tooth Hurdy.
Okay, I got to remember that because I'm going at 3:30 next Tuesday. It is like that. But it's going to be a fun show, as I said, and I know we're getting a lot of good reports, fishing reports, and I know that David Best will fill us on that. Gene has brought his book this week.
Yes, I did.
It is called Terrible Good Dad Jokes.
And they are terrible.
And it's volume 1.
They're terrible.
So we want to hear that on this Saturday morning, Gene. What's the terrible one?
It said, why did the little pony ask for a cup of water?
Why did the little pony ask for a cup of water?
Because he's a little horse.
Because he's a little horse.
Aren't these bad?
You don't write those, do you?
No.
That's really in that book?
Yeah.
And the guy sells it, right?
Yeah.
What's you get for that book?
My daughter bought it for me.
Oh, your daughter bought it
Yeah.
for you. Big spender.
Yeah,
Sherry
yeah.
is.
And
She got it for you
Got
there.
Volume 1.
And there's more? There's other volumes?
Yeah, I feel
Guy's
sure.
making a fortune. We got to get him on the
A
show.
lot of these I thought I made up.
You think he made them up? Let me see that book here. We're looking at Dad Jokes, Terrible Good Dad Jokes, Volume 1. It's got a mustache on it here. It does not give the author's name, so he's unknown, right? Okay, Volume 1, the original Terrible Good Dad Joke books, 100 real stinkers. I can't wait for what we're going to get out of this show today, though. But anyway.
That sounds like something Roger Dangerfield might have dictated.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They said,
Or Henny Youngman, take my wife, please.
Yes, Roger Dangerfield always said, well, get a picture of me. Look at the dictionary on the ugly.
He said he went on a pleasure trip. He took his mother-in-law to the airport.
Oh, we're going to have fun today, so I don't think about my toothache. All right, we're going to take our break. We're already through with this, right, Shep? All right, where'd it go? Got one finger up there. She's up. All right, let's take a break, come back, and we're going to go to Henderson, Tennessee with Robin Smith. And Dave, you're going to take over on that one, okay? We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.